Let me ask you this. Let me ask this for you, Drex. So a lot of people are asking this about Nick, and I want you to put it out here for the record, and the Clippers can clip this. Like people think that like Nick has changed. What would you say to people that say, was Nick always a degenerate and money changed him? Like you've known Nick for a very long time.
I've only known him literally forever since he moved to Minnesota. So
you are literally the most qualified person to talk about this. Can you please tell the people if he has changed?
So the Nick that you guys see is always who Nick has been. There's nothing wrong with his marriage. I've been getting asked that question, and I showed
all
you guys
the time, right?
It's like, oh, I think Nick has changed. Let me tell you what actually happened. Here it is. Nothing about Nick Rekieta ever changed. What changed is the perception of his audience and their view of him. So what happened is they thought Nick was this good little conservative Christian, right? And he was supposed to fit in their little box that they drew for him. And then once Nick came out with the Baldo, MDMA, out in Matt Surrey, he's doing this, that, and the other. He had assless chaps. He has the, what is it, like the Fuck It Friday and then the local.
The whiskey bottle in the ass.
Whiskey bottle, I mean. And so people are like,
Kalinka Pavlova says, how have you remained such good friends while living such different lives?
You want to answer that? Or you want me to?
You go ahead. I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Here's my take on that. When it comes to friendship, you look at your friends in both real life and in fiction. They are usually opposites. On the surface, it looks like Nick and I are polar opposites. If you really strip away all the peripheral stuff, what you'll see between Nick and I is that we both see the same problems with the world, right? Mm-hmm. And also, if you look at it, we just reacted to the same things differently. That's the only real, Nick. That's only the only difference between us. You and I can see the exact same problems in the world, right?
Yeah.
The feminist agenda, the trans agenda, lesbian agenda, the woke agenda, SJW. We acknowledge every one of these problems, and we have the same viewpoints on them, right? So someone goes, well, how do you guys wind up so different? The only difference is when I saw how Clown World worked, I reacted to it differently than you did. You reacted in a traditionalist model, right? You got married young, have a wife, wonderful kids, live out in the country. That's the traditional method, right?
Yeah.
That's that's what actually defines what makes us different, is that we reacted to the same world and the problems in the world differently.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah. I mean, like, Nick, I've told you on multiple occasions, I'm like, hey, Nick, I don't envy your life, but I can look at it and appreciate aspect, no. Right? but I can appreciate it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can appreciate, like, hey, Nick, from what I've seen, it looks like things have worked out, and I'm happy for you. I can't take that leap of faith because of what I know.
Right.
That's all that it really is. It's just like, I've seen too much. I've seen I've seen so much, and I saw it so young that it's just like, nah, I can't go there. But yeah.
Okay, remember what he just said. Chances of you getting butt-fucked in divorce court as a man are very high. Yet, he's getting married, right? Because he has to reconcile what he says publicly with what he's done privately, because he knows it's going to be public the second he gets fucking married. And this is true of all of the manosphere. All of it, all of it, all of it. All these Fresh and Fit. Remember when we found out those guys were simping and paying money? All of the manosphere. It's a fucking grift. All of it. And I'm so fucking tired of people pretending that they're not. Like, Jesus Christ. All of these guys, the second a woman sucked their dick and they liked it, they would buy. Including Drex. I love Drex. Drex has been in a relationship for a fucking year.
And so what ends up happening is, guess what? Nick has always been Nick. So what ends up happening, Andrew, is that these guys are actually at the point where they get to just go, right? Nick just gets to live his life. It's like this. Hey, man, this is my life. You can come along if you want to. That's all it is. Because if you fake it, let me tell you what happens if you fake who you are.
People smell that shit. You become the Jack Murphy.
You become Jack Murphy, Derek Jackson, any guy who got exposed, right? Any guy who got exposed. Hey, Will, what do we always talk about in our Discord, right? All these people that keep getting exposed. Why? They project something on the internet, right? And then there's a pressure while they're online to live up to it. And then when someone catches them outside, they're like, oh shit, I got exposed. Nick is honest. A lot of the manosphere dudes are fucking frauds. I've been saying this for a long time.
And all of the manosphere, it's a fucking grift. All of it.